Shit. So now you want to start a lesson? All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Achakodash. Double honors once again, as always, unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who well and taught us truth. Peace, much love, and salutations, as always, to those who elect. And as you see by the title, the Lord will protect us. Something real quick, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, Lord's will be edifying. But it's essentially just that, We're coming into very treacherous times, all right? And we're going to need divine intervention, all right? Which I can even look that up real quick. So divine is pertaining to, of the nature of, or proceeding from God or a God, which we know, as the scriptures say, the gods of the idols, or the gods of the nations are idols. All right, but the Lord made the heaven and the earth. So intervention is intercession, intercessory prayer. All right, we will be praying in that day. A coming between. Okay, act of intervening. Intervene, intercept, right? So again, to come between, and that's what's gonna that divine intervention is what's gonna get us out of here, all right? Because outside of that, we don't have any protection, we don't have any shield, all right? We're gonna have to trust fully in Yahweh Shema Shai. Real quick, I should cut the light on. It's dark as fucking here. Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right, and the scriptures also speak about man's going or the Lord. Okay, so we have to trust that when it's all said and done, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to protect us. He's going to take care of us. All right, and we've already seen it. The Lord has come through on everything that, even when you're catching hell, hey, the Most High is still coming through. It just don't feel good. Okay. It doesn't feel good to catch hell, but it's necessary. It's necessary for what? For us to be better. All right. That gold has to go through that fire in order to achieve perfection. Real quick. And that's a good precept right here too. Hereby perceive we the love of the Most High, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. And that's it. And some brothers will have to die for this truth, and that's all right. Okay, we're not obviously looking forward to it. All right, but hey, it is what it is. We understand the mission. Okay. Sirach 2. And I'll just start at the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright. So be ready to go through some shit. This isn't like with the Christians, how they tell you, they push the peace and prosperity doctrine, supposing that godliness is gain. Okay. And that's just not what it is. The Most High is putting us through something, again, for a reason. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Okay. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay, so we have to go through that fire. We got to be tried. That's the only way we're going to get out. That's the only way we're going to be able to tap into this protection, which the word protect. All right, it says cover a shield from danger, harm, damage, exposure, trespass, temptation, insult, etc. Be able. Because it said temptation, and the Most High protects us from that as well. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, it says, there have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. Right? So he's going to make a way for us to escape this temptation, which the top one is the hour in temptation. All right. when that chip gets rolled out and it's permanent. All right. I want to get this word. Let's see what it says. Come on, nigga. You know that shit was wrong. It went to all right, escape 1545. An egress, way out, exit. Apply figuratively, damn, to the way of escape from temptation. Yeah, an exit, meaning to go out, you know. We're escaping that temptation, Salakia, you know, clearing the damn throat, battling their bodily ailment currently. But we'll, you know, hey, the Most High is going to give us an escape from that, you know, protection. What's that? Talks about that hedge. Was that Psalms 91? Why is that in caps? Oh, well. Psalms 91 and 1, and you see this security of the one who trusts in the Lord. All right, protection. Yeah, guard or strengthen against foreign competition by, well, that means the terrorists, but it's still, what you call it? Damn. Not these niggas. Shelter, defense, that which shields from harm or injury, that which protects. All right. But I wanted to look up security. That's what it was. So like, yeah. Where we at? Damn. State or condition of being safe from danger or harm. There you go. Freedom from care or free from care. Okay, yeah. That which makes safe. Oh, here we go. Something pledged as a guarantee of fulfillment of an obligation. You know, and again, we're not, you know, the Most High doesn't owe us anything, but according to his promise, you know, that promise obligates him to take care of his elect. And that's exactly what he do, because the scriptures say, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. You see, so Yahweh Shema Shai has to take care of us, and he will. All right. And you know, brothers, you know, and you few sisters, Lord willing, you understand what I'm saying by has to. Obviously, he doesn't have to. The Most High do that, the hell he won't. But, you know, you get the point. Because he's not going to break that promise that he made to Abraham via Isaac, via Jacob. Okay. Through that promise, we achieve security from Yahweh Shema Shai and call Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, and Lord willing, you know, we continue and stay in the faith. Okay. So it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, or defense. Right? It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. We're about to see a lot of death. We're going to see a lot of death, okay? To the point to where it's going to become normal. That's going to be the new norm. We're going to be literally stepping on body, or not stepping on, stepping over. Give me 1 second. All right. Salakia, forgive me. I need to put that stuff back in the oven. But yeah, man, we're getting ready to see a lot of death, and as it says, it shall not come nigh thee. It's going to be all around us, okay? But we ain't gonna be affected by it. We just gonna look at it and be like, damn, you know, the Lord cold. He took that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to affect us. We are going to be protected because he told us, again, there's multiple accounts, right? Even going back here. So real quick, Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. To condemn, curse, to destroy utterly, crush, ruin, disgrace, throw into disorder. Has the Lord ever done that to his men? No. Man, get this nigga out of here, man. How do you do this? Because nobody wants to see that shit. Whatever. This is weird. It's crazy though, because I actually deal with fucking sleep apnea. So anyway, but yeah, the Lord is not going to, so we're not going to be confounded. And what was that other word I wanted to get? Forsake. Object to, oppose, refuse, deny, give up. Okay, to struggle, and see, we're not going to be put through the things that these niggas in the earth were put through. Okay, they're going to go through hell. Wow. Come on, bro. Pop back up. They're going to go through hell. Okay. But we are going to be just fine. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh. It says, therefore, Salakia, Isaiah 65 and 13. Slow down. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So when it speaks about the servants of Yahweh Bashim Mashai, it speaks about them being protected. Okay, because again, going back into that word, real quick, cover a shield from danger, harm, damage, exposure. It speaks about us eating and drinking. Okay, being fed, being taken care of. All right, because it's very harmful if you don't have those things. That's obvious, right? Your body's going to start to shut down. It's going to fail. But a lot of niggas are going to, it speaks about, real quick. Let's see, pine away. Yeah, Lamentations 4:9, it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. You know, let's look that up. What does, damn it, pine away mean? Pine away means to waste away, lose health, or become weak due to intense sadness, grief, or longing for someone who has died or left. Which all these things are going to be taking place, with their decline. They're going to fade away. These people are going to lose. All right, you people are getting ready to lose very badly. And again, it's going to be through your ignorance, okay, that it happens because you were forewarned, you were told, and nobody wanted to listen. We were just the crazy niggas on the street corner with bed sheets. Well, those same crazy niggas with bed sheets that you claim to talk about, they were the prophets of the Lord. They were men of the Lord. They are men of the Lord, not were, but you know what I mean. Okay, and they were correct. They are correct. And now everybody is starting to see that this shit is not going the way that you think. So it's better for you to die by the sword than to be slain of hunger. And the great famine is getting ready to happen too. You ain't gonna have no protection. You're not gonna have a hedge. All right. You're not gonna have a covering. Let me look that up real quick. And I'll probably get one more and close out. Nope, that wasn't it. So I'm misquoting it. Let's get this Psalms 6. Oh, here we go. The Lord, a provider and deliverer. This is a Psalm of David. All right, because then you shit. Look at King David. All the shit he endured. Most High delivered him out of a lot of things, everything. Okay, which I'll just run through it. Yep, I'll run through it real quick. Psalms 34:1. It says, "I will bless the Lord Yahweh at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears." Because again, this is going to be a fearful time, man. It speaks about men shall be afraid. All right. And it's not to say we just gonna go through Jacob's trouble with no fear. No, we in the flesh. There's gonna be some freaky, scary shit going on. Like to the point, because again, this is life or death. Some brothers ain't accustomed to seeing dead bodies. Some brothers ain't accustomed to seeing people in a dire strait. You know what I'm saying? And even still, the movies and then even the gore videos, I mean, it could prep you, but if you've never actually been in that position, and some Akim have, but if you never actually seen that, it's gonna be very, very difficult for you to adjust. But your faith and your how about Shema Shai, the spirit is gonna take over. What does it say? That the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay. It says, did I get verse 4? Yeah. Verse 5, it says they looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. And see, we're crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai now, so he's going to deliver us. The poor man. The rich man is going to fucking perish because that nigga's too prideful. He's way too proud. He thinks that he got it all. Okay. Your Floyd Mayweathers, your Nates, they think they got it. They think that everything is peaches and cream when it comes to their representation of the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son, and that's okay because we're entering into the time where we're going to find out who was actually right, who had the spirit of Yahweh Shai, amongst the camp. And I guarantee you, it ain't you niggas. It's not you at all. Not with all the crazy ass shit you're doing. Don't get me wrong, we're all men. We all fall and make mistakes, but not shit like this. Not telling a whole congregation to take a chip, to take a jab, or to say you think God cares if you do either or. Not telling the congregation that butt stuff is okay. Not saying that the MOTB is Christianity. Apparently, that's coming back out through via IUIC or whatever the fuck they say now. Not telling you that the name of the Lord is Christ. There's a lot of things. Pegging. There's prime examples of why you niggas you don't fit the description of a man of the Lord. It's not just because we dislike you, nigga. These are just facts. All right, and you got to deal with it. What truth is truth, man. You can't handle the truth. Verse 7, it says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Right. And there's always, brothers always got angels around us, man, then the script, what's it say? 2 or 3. Let's get that. And then I'll close. Matthew 18 and yeah, 18 and 20. It says for Matthew 18 and 20, it says, for where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. And see, again, the importance of the name of Yahweh Shai, because this isn't read. So this is him speaking, right? So where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Okay, so when brothers are at camp, and even, if you're by yourself, you might have a brother that's, teaching by himself. Okay, but Yahweh Shai is still in the midst, ultimately through the Spirit. You still got angels around you. Don't get it twisted. But definitely 2 or 3 gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So Yahweh Shai is in the midst. All right. And he's going to what? Protect, cover, or shield from danger, harm, damage, exposure, trespass, temptation, insult, etc. All right. He's our defense. He's our shield, buckler, All right, and that's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. So continue to trust in the Lord. Okay, trust in the protection of Yahweh Shem Shai, and don't let these people make you think otherwise. So, Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. Before we close, once again, giving our praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakodash. Double honors once again, as always, unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us the truth. Peace, much love, and salutations always to those for elect. Hey, to the next one, Shalom.